Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, July 8th, and this is your, market watch update and a little bit of a watch list here. Okay, so what am I watching this morning? Well, I'm going to be watching a few things that are in the tech sector because we've seen a recent run on that, and some solars. But there's plenty of other things to watch as well, and here I am taking a look at oil and energy. Now, I know that there is, a lot of not a lot of consensus, right? A lot of arguments as to whether energy and oil is going to continue to rise or fall. We do have bear flag setups in here. I still hold a bullish position in oil outlook in oil because we've the situation around oil has not actually changed. We still have high demand, and although it's lowered a little bit, we still have high demand, and we're not actually producing anymore. Taking it out of the strategic reserves is not a long-term solution, and it does not appear as though the Russia-Ukraine situation is going to lighten up anytime soon. With China reopening, there's going to be more oil demand in the market, so there's a lot going on. So I still hold a bullish outlook on oil, even given these potential, the one confirmed bear flag and this potential second bear flag here. But here is a happy story, is here we go. We have the energy leading the way here. Now, there is a here, let me pull this up just so you can see it a little bit better. Boom. Here we go. All right, if we take, I'm going to draw it from this one. Oh, that is not even the right one. All right, we have an upcoming gap in the Qs, and I'm going to show that to you here in a minute. But you see this line? I swear, my tools. Right? We broke this trend line here, this downward trend line. We have this nice little, almost a cup and handle, not quite, but a nice, we put in a high, a lower, or a higher low. Now, can we break to the higher high? That's the next move. Can we take this candle, break to the higher high, move over the 50, and again, this is the futures chart on the NASDAQ. These are the cues we're going to be looking for. The cues, that's funny. We're over the 34 EMA, but really that 50 is the next big test. Can we make that move on some decent volume? Now, yesterday we moved up on a little bit lower volume. I think that might have we have two things going against us, right? We have summer, and, there's typically volumes later in the summer, but are waiting this monthly jobs report, and then next week we have CPI data. Starting Thursday next week, we kick off those big bank earnings. And then it's just like 2 weeks from now that we get the Googles and the Apples and the Microsofts and, oh my goodness, all the big names, right? So those are big things. The market is waiting. Did we peak inflation? No idea. All of the data that we get, or nearly all of the data that we receive in the market, is looking backwards. It's what's going forward that's really important. So if we start to see that backward-looking number not be as hot as it was before, especially on CPI and some of these, kind of more broad market indicators, then I think we'll see, okay, the market will be like, okay, so maybe we are, we've had peak inflation here, and there's a lot of debate about it. But here's the thing. Does it matter if we've hit peak inflation? I'm going to tell you, don't get me wrong, our pocketbooks say absolutely it matters. But when we're looking at a chart, does it matter? It does not matter one bit, and I'm going to tell you why. You can listen to every single analyst out there. If you listen to 100 analysts, you're probably going to get 30 on one side, we'll say 33 and a third on one side, bullish, 33 and a third bearish, and then 33 and a third that flip-flop so much that we'll just put them in the middle to be, completely. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Turn off your news and stop trying to follow everybody who's tweeting or everybody who's, an analyst on a business. And I'm not saying that they're their viewpoints aren't important. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that you can listen to so many of them that all of a sudden you get clouded and you're not going to see what a candle is telling you, right? These candles here, they put in that lower or higher low rather, right? And we had candle over candle. We had a 3-8 cross here. We had a cross and a push and a hold above the 20. That tells us, at least in the near term, that we appear to be bullish, right? We can look back here and say we do have resistance coming up, right? Those are things that we can look at. Pay attention to the candles. The chart will tell you everything you need to know. And if all of these lines confuse you, you know a naked chart is the best thing to read. Follow the price action. It will tell you where to go. Don't try and jump in ahead. Don't try to catch the bottom, because you're really good traders. It's not about timing your entry. It's about knowing when to get out, whether that's for a win or a loss. So switch your thinking. Stop trying to pick the market bottom. Stop trying to overlay your own bias on what the market is going to do, and just let the chart tell you. It is so much less stressful trying to do that. Okay, so that's the cues. We'll take a quick look over here at the SPY. Sorry for the little rant, but you know, got to do it a few times a week. Right, here we are. We broke trend lines. Similar look here. We had a nice 3-8-20 cross here. Now this is still below that 34 EMA. So we're looking, let me take this out. So we are looking now to potentially break that EMA. We do have mixed indexes coming into the session here, but not a surprise waiting on that jobs report. Honestly, I think the jobs report, it can really move the markets, but because it's the monthly report. But I would also I think that the CPI data will be more important. And we know from the JOLTS report that for every one person looking for a job, we have nearly 2 people, or nearly 2 openings, right? So there are certainly enough employment out there for people. We just need to, I don't know, get everybody else working, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's move along. Taking a quick look at gold. We're basing here a little bit. We have an extremely strong dollar. Strong dollar is bearish for the overall precious metal market, but we did seem to catch a little base here. Am I inclined to think that this is a good bottom to pick here? Nope, I'm going to wait till it's not on the bottom anymore, because once again, you don't know if you're at the bottom or the top until you're no longer at the bottom or at the top. Okay. Now, what am I watching for today? Yeah, this video is getting way too long. I'm with you. Roblox, love this look in Roblox, and I'm going to tell you why. Big volume on a big candlestick. Came in on Wednesday, inside candle, lower volume. Yesterday, inside candle, so nice little flag forming there. Or I guess you might want to call that a pennant, but nice little double inside candle. Open window, right? So open window means we take a look on that lower volume, still waiting for the next move up, right? Higher lows, higher highs, right? So a lot of things going in favor of this chart, still well below that 200. So all kinds of room here. We did come up over this double top here in Roblox. We've taken some really nice trades on it. We are just shy of the next little bit of resistance. This overall very bullish look. I'm looking at the $40 call. I want to get in around $39.81. I'm going to stop at $37.75, and I'm going to target $40.35 and $42.87. Cloudflare net hasn't been on the list here for a while. Nice 3-8 cross. We're kissing that 34. A little bit of resistance coming up here, as you can see. Let me get this. This is an old line. Let me move this. And we just broke recent resistance, barely. Plenty of room there to the 50. I like both the 50 and the $60 calls. So I would look at the 50s first, see if the 60s pick up some more, see if we move a little bit closer to it. If it looks good, go ahead and take that. But either one of those look good. I want an entry around 52.74. I'm going to close it below the 3 EMA. I'm going to keep that nice and tight. It's breaking that resistance. I want it to test the 50. So my target is that 50, moving average, and then 57.40. Yesterday we saw run take a nice little jog. Now I will tell you, if I alert that I get into this, you may just want to wait a little bit, because every time I get in it trips over its laces. I don't know what the heck is going on, but anyway, again, some higher lows, some higher highs being put in. Beautiful squeeze, fire to the top side here. We're going to look for some volume solars overall. TAN is the ETF for solars, but look at ENPH, JKS, SEDG, FSLR, JKS. Did I say that one? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I hit most of them there. Look at all those. Run does have some great options, though. They have the 30, and the 35s. Now you'll see that theta, the 25, the 30, and the 35. The delta falls off very, very quickly on those. So that's why I went ahead and chose these 30s, but if it does make a really nice run, you can push those out just a little bit. Again, all these are in August. I'm looking at the $30 call. I want an entry around 26.36. I'm going to stop at 25.80. My targets, a little shorter target there at 26.91, but then I'm going to go on up to 29.29 as my target. So something else that we saw here, Apple. Oh my goodness, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. Green pushing. We had that beautiful squeeze there, the 3, 8, and the 20. We blew right through the 34. Yesterday we blew through the 50. And this morning we are pulling back just a little bit here, not very much. We're down to 145.70. I'll tell you what, 145 is a big level. If we can hold that for another day, even if we just move sideways, you know, we can put in a red candle, but if we hold that 145 on the close, that is a very bullish look going into their earnings. Day trade this sucker. It's been really great to day trade. Not the only one. I really like Datadog. This is another one that we looked at yesterday. I looked to get into it, and then the candle kind of reversed on me, right? So it looks like a little reversal candle. So now what we're going to do, that was an inside candle. We can play off this candle. Either if it moves back to the upside, this could be a nice little bull flag setup. So I like Datadog. Chewy seems somewhat unstoppable. This was a beautiful setup. We had this nice move here, inside doji candle and a push. Nice doji sandwich there. Those of you familiar with Wall Street Jesus, that is a setup that they use quite a bit. So that's a still continuing to be bullish there. Beyond me is beyond me, but look at that beautiful push off of the 50. Wouldn't set this up for a swing trade, but for a day trade, Beyond still looks great. And some of those Chinese names, I am in a very, very tiny position of Baba, but come back, take a look at these Chinese names. They are continuing to look pretty good as well. All right, that is it for me here this morning. If you have any questions, reach out, HeatherC@GivenTreeTrading.com. Quick note, I will be out here for the open. I have a last minute appointment I have to take care of, and then I will be back for the rest of the day. All right, I will talk to you later. Hope you have a great Friday.